Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. It has been such a long time, but I want to say good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for continuing to support us and to be here and just like, oh my goodness, you all have been gone for such a long time, it seems. And for those of you who this is your first time tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. On behalf of Purpose Journey Counseling LLC, new beginnings in 2025. I want to say good morning to you. I want to say that I've missed you all. I want to say that I'm so blessed to be able to be back in front of you again. My name is Dr. Natatsu North, and I am the owner and one of the therapists at Purpose Journey Counseling LLC that is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have been offline for several months now, but we are indeed blessed and thankful to be back to share with each of you this morning. I just have to say, what is Purpose Journey Counseling? We are a mental health private practice located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We do individual, family. We always ask you just take a few moments to like the broadcast. Please follow us on your preferred social media platform. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's share, and interact and engage in the comment section. These messages, for those of you who have never been on here before, anytime we're on here, we're always talking about Jesus, we're talking about mental health. It's that simple. It's really that simple. But these messages are meant to be uplifting and empowering. We're not going to be on here long. This will probably be about 15 minutes, and that's it, just to jumpstart your day. It's Wednesday. A lot of times by Wednesday, we feel, there's a lot going on, and we just wanted to get back live. We wanted to be back online to share with our community. So before we get too far into today, I always share the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline number, which is 988. The number again is 988. If you are in a crisis or experiencing some type of mental health emergency, there is help. There is help. Again, the number is 988. This number is 24/7. You can text this number. You can call this number. Support is readily available. So please, if you need to utilize it, if you need some support in calling or texting, please ask someone if you need someone to help you to do that, need that additional support. So we are here. We are back. We have been gone for some months, but God is gracious and God has been kind. So we are so very thankful to be back. And now on Wednesdays, we're back to our Wednesday check-in. It's been a while. We were doing Wellness Wednesdays last year before we stopped being online last year, Wellness Wednesdays with various mental health topics. But I remember we were doing Wednesday check-ins before that. And some people are probably like, what is a Wednesday check-in? Well, we're going to do it. And that's whether you're catching this live at 7 a.m. or later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, or even later in the year, we're checking in. And the reason why we're checking in is because we have to be mindful of where we are, how we are feeling, where we are at. There is a lot going on in the world that we need to be cognizant of. But the bottom line is that it affects us all in different ways. Different days we feel differently. So there's a lot that goes into that, and a lot of mental challenges, even, and emotional challenges, sometimes even spiritual challenges, which can be physical too, because everything's all connected. But there's a lot of challenges that we face, and we really just want to check in to see how we are doing, and again, to support one another. We need each other. We need each other. We need each other. So we want to make sure that we are able to provide that support for each other. So that's what our Wednesday check-ins are. So I'm going to go through this, and then we're going to check in. We are going to check in. At any time, you're welcome to put anything in the comment section in regards to that. We always just ask that you're respectful and considerate of each other. But if you want to check in in the comment section, that's fine. You don't have to, but you are welcome to. So we use some hearts. We use some hearts because we're all about, spreading that love and expressing that love and providing that support. So if you'd like to check in the comment section, use a blue heart. If you're saying I'm doing great today, a purple heart means I'm in need of a little push today. A yellow heart means I'm just okay. A red heart would mean I'm struggling today. And a green heart means I'm in crisis. So I know I just went through those, but they're at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to check in, you see them at the bottom of the screen, you just put a heart if you'd like to check in, or you could just kind of check in with yourself. You don't have to put it on there, but if you like, you can put it in the comment section. You don't have to say anything else. You don't have to tell us why. Unless you want to. You don't have to indicate any of that type of information. The biggest thing is we want to check in. And the other thing about the check-ins is that when you do check in, we respond. So you don't have to, but we will respond. Give us throughout the day to do that. But we will respond to you. So in addition to kind of placing those hearts or identifying which heart kind of coincides with how you are feeling today, I want to ask a series of questions. The first one, this is part of our check-in, is how are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? And that's whether it's mentally, it's emotionally, it's spiritually, it's physically. We try not to separate those 4 areas because they're all connected. That is actually one of the premises of Purpose Journey Counseling, is that we are a total person. So whatever it is that we're experiencing in our mind, it absolutely impacts our body as well. You ever notice that a lot of times when you're really, really stressed out, mentally or emotionally exhausted, your body starts to hurt? It happens. It happens to me all the time. So I know that, it's a complex concept of how we are feeling. But I want you to ask yourself how you're feeling. How are you? Not, well, what do they think I want to say if they ask me that? Or what should the right answer be? How should I be feeling? Oh, I'm saved, so I should just say that I'm great because everybody expects me to say that. No, ask yourself. Answer this for yourself. How are you today? How are you feeling? And all of those different areas of what we're talking about mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of those different areas. And noting that also sometimes we wake up one way and then we feel differently throughout the day. So that doesn't mean how you feel now has to continue throughout the day, or even if you're watching this tonight or something like that. Doesn't mean that we always feel that way, but it is important to know how we feel. It is important for us to be aware of that. The next question in our check-in is what are you planning to accomplish today? That's a loaded question. There could be a lot of different things that we're planning to accomplish today. For those of you who work a traditional work week and you work on Wednesdays, a lot of that probably is work related. There might be some home projects that you plan to accomplish. There might be some other things, some busy stuff, or busy or business. Those are not always the same thing. But some business stuff we may need to take care of. For those of us who work traditional schedules, Monday through Friday, or at least we're working during business hours, I know a lot of times we have extra things to do, things that have to be done during business hours, but we work during business hours. So it can be a challenge to get a lot of those things done. Sometimes it's following up on this or making this phone call or doing that. But it's however you plan on what you plan on accomplishing, and then how do you plan on accomplishing those things? It can be a challenge because a lot of times we don't think there is enough time in a day. I was discussing this with someone the other day about what if we had an extra day in the week, and we both kind of thought like, well, maybe it would be great because it gives us more time to get things done. And then on the other side of things, sometimes when we think we have more time, we don't utilize the time wisely. So a lot of times we procrastinate because we think we have an extra day. So, but it's good to be thinking about what are you planning to accomplish today? Not to overload yourself, to overwhelm yourself, but even prioritizing. What are some of those things that need to be handled today? You need to get them done. What are your plans? What are your plans? Because we have to have a plan. Sometimes we say we fail because you failed to plan. We have to have some type of plan. Next question is, how will you handle the stressors that may come your way today? This is a very big question, especially in the times in which we are living. A lot of times we are kind of avoiding maybe watching some things, or we're not paying complete attention to some things, but we end up finding out about them. We end up being impacted by them. It's how do we plan on handling the stressors that come? They're going to come. And if that might be, and there might be something coming up this weekend, we're going to talk about how to handle a lot of these things more in depth. But sometimes it's, well, I'm going to be very, very mindful of my break time today, or I'm going to be very, very mindful of the time that I'm taking for me today, or I'm going to make sure that, I actually work on the things that I need to do, check some things off, and really give myself some, a push, or give myself some accolades for actually getting some stuff done. Maybe that kind of helps us to handling some of the stressors, or even maybe being a little more organized, planning some things out even in the future days to come. So whatever it is, we have to have a plan. And again, those are healthy plans. We'll talk more about that. But essentially, it's making sure that we're being, again, cognizant and pre-planning. When there's a lot of stress and we know that there's a lot going on, we have to be even more intentional about what we are doing and how we're handling the things that do come with the day, especially those things that we have no control over, because there's a lot that we have no control over. Next question is, what is your motivation? What is pushing you today? Are you lacking motivation right now? Do you need some motivation right now? What typically motivates you? What are those things that inspire you to get you going? And not necessarily in a large sense of the word, or thinking about how you're going to be motivated a year from now. Just today. Let's just break it down. Literally just today. Today is enough to conceptualize. Today is enough to have some responsibilities to handle. So yeah, I have a schedule. Yeah, I can think of Saturday. I have a lot of things to do on Saturday, but I got to get through Wednesday first. I've got quite a bit to do just today. So I'm focusing on today. And what is my motivation today? For example, mine is knowing that if I tie up some of these loose ends that I have, things are going to be able to really propel forward if I'm able to get some of those things accomplished. So my motivation, for example, today is completion. Being able to complete some things, that's going to definitely motivate me. And then last and certainly not least is, how can we pray for you? As I've stated, you could put any of the color hearts in the comment section. You can answer these comments in the comment section if you like. You could put how we can pray for you in the comment section. I know when we were doing Wednesday check-ins before, I always told people, you do not have to tell us everything. But there are emojis, and there's a praying hands emoji. If you just want to put that in the comment section, you can do that. Know that we are praying for you anyway, but if you want us to pray for you by name, you don't have to tell us your business. You don't even have to sign up for therapy. I want to put that out there. You don't have to sign up or reach out and say, I need therapy. You don't have to do that for us to pray for you. The Bible tells us that we should be praying continuously. So we are praying. But you can put the praying hands in the comment section if you want us to pray for you by name. You can put, if you want us to pray for a specific thing, you can put that in the comment section. But prayer is vital. Prayer is very, 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 very vital. And we want to make sure that you know that somebody is praying for you. Somebody who may not even know you. I might not even know who you are. I don't have to know who you are to pray for you. That's what I said. I don't have to know your business. I don't even have to technically know your name to pray for you. But we need to be in constant prayer, constant anyway, before ourselves as well as for each other. Again, there is a lot going on, and we just need to make sure that we are being vigilant and doing the things that we need to do to be able to be well. We can still be well in chaos. We can be. The chaos that's going on around us, we can still be well. I know that doesn't sound like, what do you mean, Dr. Ntatu? We're going to talk more about that. I promise, Lord willing, in a few days here. But that is our Wednesday check-in. That is our Wednesday check-in. That's definitely what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. So again, we are just so happy to be back. We're so happy to be back. But just to talk to you a little bit more about what's going on, again, we will have our Wednesday check-ins. Let me move that. Our Wednesday check-ins live at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. So We will have this. So everything we just did today, we'll be doing that again on Wednesdays. And then drum roll, please. We are pleased, very pleased to announce again, this has been posted on social media, but we will be going back to having our monthly podcast, hashtag from a Christian, hashtag from a therapist with Dr. Natatu, episode 22. Where do we go from here? Tackling mental health in today's world on this Sunday, March the 9th, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am looking so forward to coming back on our podcast. It's monthly. We typically have guests. We have all types of discussions that go on our monthly podcast that are geared for everybody. They're good for our kids. They're good for adolescents. They're good for adults. So we're going to be coming back. And that's why I said we're going to be talking about a lot of these strategies and what's going on and how can we handle it? Because a lot of times we're asking that question, well, okay, there's all this stuff going on. What are we supposed to do? How do I keep myself sane? How do I support my kids? What do I tell my kids? All these different things. We're going to be talking about a lot of that on Sunday. So please mark your calendars. On Sunday at 7 p.m. We will be back online together. So again, we are just so grateful to be back. We thank you for joining us this morning or whenever you catch this video, this broadcast. We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. So this is Purpose Journey Counseling New Beginnings for 2025. But our motto is still going to be the same. So we do want to encourage you all to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and be intentional towards others as well as towards yourselves. We need it. We need all four of these things. And it's important for others as well as for ourselves. So again, we thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We will see you, Lord willing, live on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for our podcast. Please pay attention to social media. We'll be posting it. Please just, share it with someone. Again, this is for everybody. Who is it for, Dr. Natatu? It's for everybody. So share it with the people that you know and just share it on your page, and they'll share it with people that you don't know. So we just spread that word. But again, we thank you so much for joining us. We are so very grateful for each and every one of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and blessings and love.